Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jimbo, fresh back from SEMA, and got blessed with SEMA allergies. Not as bad as some people at the SEMA flu. Anyway, while I was there, obviously a lot of ceramic products got talked about and mentioned and released, and so I was able to pick up a couple samples because these are not really pre-release, but they're not out for the public to buy, so all I had was samples to get. But these are production samples, which is important because production samples are exact, well, they are what they are, production liquids. And so anyway, today we're gonna be trying the Griots Garage Ceramic 3-in-1 and the Meguiar's Hybrid Ceramic Detailer. Put them on a panel, let them cure for 24 hours, do a second layer instantly, and then take it outside for a torture test. But a couple things I wanted to make note of before we get into the test, which I thought was just interesting. So we have the Griots Ceramic 3-in-1 wax. It's green. The new Meguiar's Ceramic Hybrid Ceramic Detailer is also green. And then if you look at the Hybrid Solutions or the Turtle Wax Ceramic Spray Coating, it's also green. So I don't know, does green, was it like the Pantone color of the year or something? I just find that interesting. It's for nothing more than just for fun. Also, something interesting to note that may not help with the confusion around all these products is Griots calls this the ceramic 3-in-1 wax, but they also have the liquid wax 3-in-1. Again, two completely different products, but still utilize that 3-in-1 verbiage. And also, one thing I want to see is on the Griots, right on the front label, it says it creates superior hydrophobic, water beating, extreme durability, and intense gloss. So those are all claims that I want to test in this video. And so let's get into it now. So we'll apply the Griots first. I'm going to do 2 sprays, considering this is half a panel. It's also the second layer. So 24 hours ago, actually a little bit over 24 hours ago, I applied the first layer, and the second layer I'm just doing for demo, but it goes on really smooth. I don't really see any streaking, and seems to add gloss. No real filling capabilities, but again, super easy. And this is where we're getting into like this ceramic made easy, which is crazy. So then we'll jump over to the Meguiar's Ceramic Detailer. Again, 2 sprays. And I did the same thing on this side. Applied the first foundational coat 24 hours ago, came back. The Meguiar's seems slicker under the towel to me. It seemed slicker yesterday. It seems slicker today. It just seems a little slicker under the towel. And we'll have to wait and see if that has any bearing over the results. But again, smooth application, not a lot of streaking, no streaking really, and really, really easy to apply. So let's take it out for a torture test and see how it goes. All right, so let's look at the initial water test again. It's been a 24-hour full cure within a short second layer on top that's more of an instant, but I want to see what it looks like. Griots on the left, Meguiar's on the right. I'm trying to get rid of the paint up there, but you can see both offering extreme water beating. Don't really see too much water sheeting, more so water beating, which I guess everyone's after anyway, so who cares about sheeting, even though sheeting's better. But again, both really, really small, nice beads. So as a topper, as a quick detail spray for the Meguiar's, the Griots 3-in-1 that I'm just saying can be used as a topper, as a quick detail spray. Come on. There we go. And you can see the water just going off it real nicely, sticking on the control panel, and getting off on the Griot side nicely as well. You can see, again, I think the blower test is one of the most telling tests out of all these, because if you look at the control section, it clings to the panel versus it doesn't on the other side. So I think out of all the tests we do, the the blower is the most compelling. All right, lithium auto elixirs, just an APC. Now the torture test begins. I don't know what to expect. Not really sure. Ooh, got a squeaky bottle. Gosh, is that enough yet? Jeez. So any difference, let's see so what's interesting, if you look around here, we see it almost looks like the product's breaking down right here, but it looks like it's doing really well up here. And that's what we've seen with like Seal and Shine or the last coat. The products that do really well, again, look like they're fending off or resisting the chemical. Hard to tell on the Meguiar side if it's doing that or not. But you see maybe a little bit up in here, a little bit. Does that pick up on the camera? But you can see like over on this side, a majority of it, it just seems to me like that's what the product should be doing, or if it's protecting, that's what it would look like. How about that? If a chemical was sitting on top of the wax, that's what it would look like. It, in theory, what I think. All right, I'm using the cheap Costco microfibers for my degreasers and stuff, but I'll use the nice auto fiber double flip for water, the wet towel. Oh, come on, I hope it's not over this quick. Might be residue, let me see. So, since I get accused of cross-contaminating constantly, I have incorporated the double flip towel to make sure I'm not cross-contaminating. Right? You said this torture test would go 10 minutes. We might be shorter than that. Not sure. So I'll flip this to a fresh side. All right, now that we got that cleared off and the residue cleared off, let's see how we look. There we go. I was hoping it wouldn't be over that quick. So definitely lost a lot of hydrophobic properties on both sides. Gone to sheeting a little bit, but those nice, strong, round beads we don't really have anymore. And that's after the first go. And these are sample bottles, but they are production samples. So this is what actually will be, even though I don't have the full 16-ounce bottle, this will be what's on the shelves. Still getting off the panel fairly quickly. So again, like I've talked about in previous videos, just because we lose hydrophobic properties does not mean the product is not still there. It's just one attribute of it. I would say it still took a dramatic hit, but I would still say both are still there, at least hanging on a little bit. If we look at what we just did on the two sides, and now let's look at the control section, see how it's like really sticking? Sure, eventually it dries off, but you see how the water gets off the Griot side, gets off the Meguiar side. Sticky water in the control section. Again, I think one of the most telling ways to test if a product's still there or not. So with that, I would say it's probably still there. So let's keep going. Let's move on to, do I have enough of that left? Oof, running low here. Let's go Purple Power. All right, 14 sprays on the Meguiar side, and we'll make sure to do 14 sprays on the Griot side. Just kidding, I lost count. Come on. How's that? I have more of that somewhere. All right, let me rub it in. You know what I was thinking today would be funny? Is if I had the Boring Company flamethrower And we incorporated that into the torture test, and just like, but then I'd be running through panels like crazy. All right, where am I at? Here we go. Let's get the residue off, and we know that Purple Power has a ton of residue. So these results we're seeing right now, which is totally flat, probably isn't the best read. So let me hit it with the wet towel. All right, let's re-wet it. So still sheeting water. The Griots is sheeting faster than the Meguiar's. Both are still sheeting faster than the control section. So again, though we've probably lost all hydrophobic properties, they're still at least sheeting water, and we have a difference on each side. Let's hit it with the blower real quick. Starting to sag a little bit on the blower. Water start, so we're definitely getting product breakdown, but look at this in the middle. I mean, the sides are not like that, so that's good to see. Starting to get water definitely sagging on the Meguiar's, but so the product is definitely breaking down. I wouldn't say that it's fully broken down, but it's definitely breaking down. Let's see, this is bleach white tire and something. It's in a Shine Supply bottle, but it's not Shine Supply stuff, it's something else. Bleach white tire and wheel cleaner, I think. Smells good. No, it doesn't. Sorry. All right, let me grab a different towel. Let that soak in and dwell for a little bit and see if we're seeing any of that chemical resistance. Yeah, maybe I'll incorporate a flamethrower. Still on the Griot side a little bit, still seemingly getting that chemical resistance look. I guess on the Meguiar's too, so I guess I don't know. Interesting to see that still. Let's wipe it in, see where we're at. I think though that these are two pretty decent products, I would say, to be able to go through, especially if they're easy to apply. A quick detail spray, none of this rinse off stuff. Two pretty good options. Rinse this off here. I would like to know, you can see how effective the wet towel method is with removing residue, especially when we have like a completely flat panel like that. And then I bounce over to the wet towel and we bring back some of those, at least the sheeting characteristics. The wet towel is very underestimated for removing residue. My opinion is if you're using a soap instead of a wet towel, you're breaking it down even more, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like spraying it again with a degreaser. And I don't use ONR or any waterless wash because I've noticed those change the hydrophobic properties of it as well. So, very scientific test I'm running over here. Very scientific. There we go. Okay. So the goal was to at least get one to break, and I think we broke the Meguiar's. on that. You can see the Griots is still sheeting water, still doing pretty good. The Meguiar's kind of broken down, still a little bit faster than the control section. Let's hit it with the blower real quick, and then we'll do one more round. I think that really hit it with that bleach white tire and wheel cleaner. So seems like the Griot's holding up to the claims on the bottle, which were some pretty aggressive claims. We're starting to get the stickiness of the water. You can see that breaking down. But again, if we compare it to the center section, even the Meguiar's maybe a little bit better than that. Still getting starting to get really sticky on the Meguiar's. Let's hit it. See how it's starting to stick around? Like I'm not able to get all the water off like I once was. So let's hit it one more time with that stuff and see if we can get a total breakdown of everything. But pretty dang impressive, you know? And this is, it actually has me a little worried about the professional side of coatings with the hand applied stuff, because if the spray and wipe consumer stuff is getting this good, and we've seen how good the Turtle Wax stuff is, and it's just, the spray and wipes are getting so good that I don't know what that says for professionals with the wipe on. Those days may be behind us. $12, $15, $2,000 coating. I don't know. I don't know if consumers are gonna be informed enough to be able to make the distinction. I guess that's my worry. Not that there's not a difference, but rather that the consumer won't be able to make the distinction between a $16 bottle and a $1,600 coating. Let's get this residue off. I'll hit it with a wet towel again, and we can see if we killed it. But that would be how many rounds was that? Like 5? About 5 or 6? Can we put a little number on the screen? Like 5 or 6? Just go through fast forward and look how many times you see the green towel. All right, let's hit that with water. See how we're doing. Let's do one side at a time. Sheeting faster than the control section, so there is that. Let's try the Meguiar's. That's pretty flat. So I'd say the Griot's probably took it in this one, but I think we at least were able to break down the Meguiar's, but pretty dang impressive. I like it.
All right, so what did you guys think? Both the application processes were almost virtually identical. They both smell really good. Pricing, I don't know what the pricing is. I want to say it's going to hover between that $14 and $18 range per bottle, but it'll be interesting to see when they hit the shelves. These are production samples, so the liquid in these bottles is exactly what will actually be on the shelves at AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Walmart, online, whatever. So the product should not be changing, at least the formulation. But I think in this test, the Griot's won. But let me know what you think in the, what is that called? The comments. Yeah, there you go. Let me know which one you thought won in the comments below. Have you picked up either one of these, even if it was a sample? Let me know in the comments below. On your way down, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.